49, a German Good Friday, March 28, 1944.
My German friends,
With this Sunday, Palm Sunday, the week has begun in which Christendom remembers the suffering and death of Jesus. Why, for 2 millennia, has the picture of the Passion been the most deeply distressing of all pictures? Certainly, because it is innocent suffering. Countless people have become victims of great catastrophes and have asked themselves, why us of all people? Surely, there are few in today's journey who don't ask, are we especially guilty? No one can answer that, yes, you are guilty, woman who has lost a husband. No, you are not especially guilty. But are you, for that reason, innocent, just as the crucified one is innocent? Who would risk answering yes? No. Everyone is guilty and innocent at the same time. What does the gripping picture of Good Friday mean for the German people in the year 1944? With whom in the Good Friday story can they be compared? When I put this question, my thoughts go back to the year 1919. The preacher in a large Berlin church compared the German nation with the crucified Germany. For him was the innocent sufferer, hung on the cross by the victors. That is all I remembered. But it was enough to awaken within me the foreboding that a nation which agrees with such speeches is reeling toward its next disaster. The suffering of the German people is not the suffering of the innocent one. It wasn't this after the First World War, but it is also not the suffering of the only guilty party. The German people are guilty and innocent at the same time. And when they look to the cross in this Passiontide, they can see themselves as those who crucified and as those who are crucified at the same time. The German people are on the cross and with those who raised up the cross. We all know that the German nation has brought infinite suffering on other nations. Even if the extermination of the Jewish people had not taken place, the extent of innocent suffering that Germany has brought on other nations would be incredible. Millions have been nailed to the cross by the henchmen of National Socialism. And the German people stood by and looked on. They resemble the disciples and women who stood powerless beneath the cross. The German people should recognize its own conduct in the mirror of the Passion story. It should grasp that it belongs to those who are doing the crucifying. It should listen to the words of indictment. We have been crucified by you. Cry out, innocent people from all over the world, to the German people. And yet, that is not everything. They are also allowed to see the other side. They can see themselves on the cross together with their countless victims. The German people are not only guilty, and they are not alone in their guilt. And if, at the beginning of this war, the German people were almost exclusively among those who crucified, they are now, with every day themselves moving closer to the cross. Soon it will completely hang on the cross to which it has nailed the others. My German friends, when you sense that your suffering must be borne not with bitterness, but with greatness, then you will reconcile the nations to you. But if you grumble, just like one of those crucified on Good Friday, if you amass bitterness and hatred, then your suffering will have just as little reconciling power as the suffering the German people had after the First World War, then the true Good Friday has not come for the German people. Then the end of this war will be a suffering without reconciliation and a death without resurrection.